Hello, hello, wonderful people. We are live, and I am Shalin Chong. You haven't seen me around too much lately because I've kind of been undercover a little bit, sneaking here and there. So hopefully you see more of me. So I am one of the admins here in this group, and for those of you who are new, welcome to this group because we are really going to set you off on your healing journey. And today we have a very interesting topic, which is the top 10 worst things that you can do, right, to heal from a narcissistic relationship or a toxic relationship, and why you're probably doing every single one of them. All right, so here with me is our goddess and queen, Sarah K Ramsey. And she's over here.
It's ridiculous because it's super early here. I'm like doing my good morning gorgeous coffee mug and waking up to be with all you wonderful people.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, well.
Yeah, we're on different continents, so we have to figure out how to make it work.
We'll find a time next time. I promise. Yeah.
She knows I'm a morning person. She's just giving me a hard time. So, yeah.
So, Sarah, today we're here to talk about the top 10 worst reasons, or not what worst reasons for that, worst ways. Who's the one who's early, by the way? Okay, sure. So the top 10 worst ways that you can possibly do to yourself to heal after a narcissistic relationship. All right, so Sarah, you have the floor.
Number one. Becoming obsessed with narcissism, okay? And it's like, when you're in a toxic relationship, the only thing that the main event of your life is the toxic person. So then you make the toxic person the main event of your healing process. Books, blogs, YouTube videos, support groups, whatever. And it's like narcissism, 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 narcissism. Because you think if you find that one piece of information, either they will want to change or your brain tricks you into thinking it's going to keep you safe, right? That you need more information about toxic people to keep you safe. And the reality is you need to become a new person. You need to become toxic person proof, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's knowledge can only get you so much. It can only give you so much, and it only can get you so much further away from your toxic acts. And what are you going to do with understanding all of everything and anything about narcissists? What are you going to do with that information? Right? Are you doing anything? Right? You go ahead, Sarah.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No little girl grew up thinking happiness was researching narcissism. No little girl thought that. That was not your dream. That was not your dream life as a little girl. And so it just feeds the addiction to the toxic person. It just strengthens the energy connection with the toxic person. It just makes your life still about the toxic person. And happiness is a life after a toxic relationship, not being obsessed with the toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm. Because then you're just going deeper into it. You just you just replaced one obsession with another. Really, isn't it? Right? You have. Okay, so speaking of that, we're gonna go into the next thing, which is hope and time heals all wounds. Okay, so now we have the obsession, but now we have, hey, I'm gonna pray. And praying, all right, for Jesus, God, whatever you believe in, to come and take this away. But the thing is, for those of you who are Christians, Jesus has already given you a way to get out of this, which is your brain, and you're not. Jesus doesn't help people who doesn't help themselves. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, hoping.
Frederick Douglass had a great quote on this. And he said, "God started answering my prayers when I started moving my feet." And I know that has been so true in my own life. That is so true in the client's life. It's like, just hoping it goes away on its own, or not doing anything to fix it does not become the solution. God made you the solution. You are the solution. The universe made you the solution. Yeah. You are the solution. You can do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. God gave you everything that you need. For those of you who are Christian, God gave you everything you could possibly need to get you out of this, and hoping and having time, healing all wounds. That's just advice. That's kind of sage advice that doesn't work. I mean, I cannot tell you how many people have come, me and Sarah both know this, how many people have come back to us after 1 year, 1 freaking year, 2 freaking years, having had the same problem again. Same problem again. And we see this all the time, and we're like, do you not like your life? Do you just like to waste time? Do you not like your children? Time doesn't heal all wounds. And trying to fix it on your own doesn't work, okay? And hoping and praying that it just doesn't work. Healing, trauma. Ladies, you have to understand, you have been abused. You have been abused. That doesn't just go away through praying or through hoping that it goes away. It goes away when you do something. Isn't that right, Sarah?
There's people who are gifted to do that. Just like when you're sick, you go to a doctor. Like when you need your car fixed, you go to a mechanic. It doesn't take away the power of the universe or God or anyone else. There are people equipped to specialize. You and I are equipped to specialize. So God created people who are good at this stuff, right? You should take their advice instead of advice people on the internet.
We might be biased.
We see that. Yes, your random coworker, your random friend. And people say time heals all wounds because they don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's for people who don't know what to say, don't know how to heal you. But I can tell you, if you're here, then we do know what it takes. We have the success rates. Okay, and with that, we're going to go next to, what's the next one, Sarah?
Points.
Yeah.
3, talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking about your toxic person. Once again, it's like feeding the addiction. It's feeding the addiction. It's feeding the addiction. It's making your life about the toxic person and your healing process about the toxic person. And it is dangerous, right? And so many of you think that's the only option. You think going to see a therapist and talk therapy is the only choice. And so you've been going to someone for years after years after years after years. And it's like, shouldn't it be better by now? And yes, it should. But you have to do the right things to make it better, not just do anything to make it better. You have to. My dad was an athlete. I'm not. But he said, it's not that practice makes perfect. It's perfect practice makes perfect, right? If you learn how to hit a bat the wrong, learn how to hit a ball. If you do it the wrong way over and over and over again, you're not going to get better. You have to do it the right way. You have to do the right things to heal.
Exactly. And speaking... Yep, exactly. And speaking of which, brings us to point number 4. So every time I skip to a new point, we kind of switch screens. Sorry about that. Okay, but anyway, point number 4 is not choosing a specialist. And this is a huge pet peeve of me and Sarah, because I cannot tell you, honestly, how many of our clients, literally, for me, 95% of my clients have been through the therapist route. They have. They've been through. Yeah. Right? And that's because the therapists, they are general. And here's the thing, if you have leukemia, you're not going to go to the general practitioner of the local hospital. That's not what you're going to do. You are going to go to the best leukemia specialist, right? To cure leukemia, because this is life-threatening and you want the best treatment and you want to be able to survive this. So in the same fashion, go to a specialist who knows exactly how to heal from a toxic, abusive relationship, right? And it doesn't have to be me or Sarah, it doesn't have to be us, but you have to go and choose somebody that you feel really aligned with, who really knows what they're talking about. Isn't that right, Sarah?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
yes.
Oh my God.
And,
yeah.
We hear people, even in groups like this, even though they're very filled with very kind, loving, giving women, it's like, what should I do about this? And there's like 80 comments, and it's like, well, you have no idea what those 80 people's life is like. Their life could be completely falling apart. They could still be in a toxic relationship. They could have 15 toxic relationships under their belt, and you just took their advice. Or you randomly find a therapist who doesn't specialize in toxic relationship. It's like, you want advice from someone. You want someone to fix it so bad that you're just willing to kind of take anything. And part of maturity, part of integrity, part of putting your life back together is saying, who am I going to, taking strategic advice? Like, who am I going to follow? Who do I trust? And not trusting everyone. Who do I trust, and who can get me where I want to go? Random internet advice probably not it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Definitely not it. I don't know why I said probably not it. It's horrible. It's a horrible idea. You know? And people are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to make you feel better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's hurting. You know, you've got this, girl. You go, girl. You know, we're here for you. And we're here for you is comforting for a moment. It is not a strategy for the life you want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not a strategy for the life you want.
Mm-hmm.
You've got this. Not a strategy for the life you want.
Yeah.
You can do this. You know.
This is This is what
whatever
makes
it is. These little things that people say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly dangerous. It's like putting band-aids on it.
Yeah, it can be really, it can so dangerous because they don't know the results of what they're telling you, right? A lot of them, they don't know, they're still living through the trauma, they're still living through it. And if you're going to take advice from somebody through the filter of that trauma, then that advice can potentially harm you, okay? And this is why the Wondrous Woman program, which is Sarah's program, is so different, because it actually is about the system. It actually is about the action steps. It's not about talking about it. It's a very specialized program designed to solve your very specialized problem. And she knows, Sarah has lived this, she knows. Okay, so, it's just what our pet peeves, and we wouldn't have the success rates. So Sarah wouldn't have the success rates that she has. I mean, you've seen the testimonials, it's up above, it's down below, you've seen it. We're not joking. These are people who have been through the program, who have gotten results because they chose a specialist. All right? So, with that very amazing quote in mind, choose a specialist, we're going to go to the next one, which is numbing vices like alcohol. All right.
Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Girls.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
I mean, it is like anything you can do to feel better for a moment rather than feeling better for a lifetime. And just like if you want, a Beyonce body, that chocolate cake is not your friend. Numbing vices like alcohol, numbing advices like retail therapy, even meditation can be a numbing advice, a numbing vice. Did I say advice? It's very early here. A numbing vice.
It's okay.
Because it's like, how can I check out for a moment rather than fixing it for a lifetime?
Mm-hmm.
If anything like that is not your friend. Helping others. Your kids can be a numbing advice. That's one of the reasons why so many of my clients are in their 50s or 40s and 50s. Many of them have adult children because their children were their numbing advice. Their numbing vice for so long that all of a sudden that's gone. And they're in empty nest, and they have to recreate this life for themselves. And that being able to just pour everything and make their children their life is no longer appropriate. Their kids are like, leave me alone, Mom. And I'm just thinking, oh gosh, what kind of mother could we have given your kid, if they were 10 years old, rather than when I come into contact with you when they were 20, which I wasn't doing this 10 years ago because I wasn't old enough to do it. I didn't have all this knowledge then. But for those of you who have 10-year-olds, kids can be a numbing vice. Just stay busy with ball. Just stay busy with them. Just volunteer at your religious community. Just whatever, helping everyone but yourself, right?
Helping everybody but yourself. And I think you like something that I said just now, Sarah. So a lot of yeah.
Another numbing vice, yes.
Another numbing vice is taking care of this, taking care of all these things and making sure that you look gorgeous, taking care of the beauty, the clothes, the earrings, buying all kinds of materialistic things, buying clothes, shoes, right? Shoes can help you out of your abusive relationship. Shoes can help you recover from your abusive relationship. I mean, shoes are nice. I mean, I like shoes as much as the next girl, right? But
put those shoes on and walk your way out, girl.
Shoes Yeah, the women in our program, the women in the Wondrous Woman program are not so concerned about taking care of this, but they're very concerned about taking care of this. Right.
And they're gorgeous. It's not that they don't, they're gorgeous, but they know that beauty is internal.
Mm-hmm.
That, if they want to attract the right people in their life, it can't just be skin deep, And I see all the time, and you do too, and it's like, oh, I keep attracting narcissists, and they have like this, like their boobs hanging out, like on a photo picture, like, like a duckling. It's like, and it's like, oh, you keep attracting the wrong guy. I can't imagine why. What? What?
You don't.
Or
You don't.
a career quality, which
We
most of you
s-
probably know better than that. But so anyway,
We have
keep going.
But ladies, really, we see a pattern. We do. We see a pattern with the clients who get results and the clients who get their man and the clients who are just freaking amazing. They're getting their results. They're having a beautiful life. They're earning more money. They're losing weight. They're having new husbands, new boyfriends, and things like that. Versus the ones who don't. And there is a very clear pattern. We're not the ones making this up. It's just the data. Okay, so don't shoot us. It's the data. Data. All right. So the next point.
Waiting for time to heal all wounds. I don't think that's works for anyone.
No.
Like,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So next point is a helpaholic, helping everybody. Now, I think we covered this a little bit, but it really is about just pouring yourself into everything around you except over here. All right. So that's the point. Being a helpaholic, it doesn't ever solve your problem because you're not even focusing on yourself at all. You're just doing what is the same thing. You're just replacing one obsession with another obsession. That's really what you're doing. You're not solving the real cause of the problem. Okay, helpaholic.
Well, and I get people on the phone all the time, and they're like, oh, I want to do what you do. Like, I want to help people, and it's like, well, what life do you have? Well, I haven't left a relationship yet. What? Like, you're trying to do what I do. You haven't even left. Like, and ask people what if it is not me, if it's not your life. Ask somebody what kind of life they have. How long have they been out? What kind of success rate do they have in their own life? Because not just, I can read books and tell you about narcissism and tell you about gaslighting and tell you about, who cares? Well, you can read that on your own. Do they know how to create a life of success and love for them? And they create a life of love and success. That is what you want. That is what you're looking for. Because there are people, and you see it all the time, it's like the most comments in the group, it is when somebody has a problem and everybody jumps in to solve it for them. But it's like, are those same people solving the problems in their own life? It is much easier to tell other people how to solve their problems than to strategically solve your own problems. You better dang find someone who is a real problem solver.
And I'm going to say here, Sarah is, yeah, if you're going to find anybody, Sarah's the best, okay? So it's just not me saying it. I mean, come on, we have testimonials up above and down below. It's just not me, okay? And I mean, I've known Sarah for a while now. I've known Sarah for years. And she and I have a great relationship because we're so vulnerable with each other. We get our shit together. And we're not toxic friends. We're actually friends who support each other, and we're not, right? Haven't you had a toxic friend? I mean, most of you would have. If you have a toxic spouse, you have a toxic friend, right? So, no, we build each other up. And also, we bring abundance. This is what you want, abundance into your life. And if you're helping everybody else, you can't do that. You can't attract the other people who deem themselves worth it, who are worthy, who deem themselves worthy of love and all these good stuff. Okay, so with that beautiful point, we're going to go to the next point, which is Sarah. Sarah's going to putting effort into fixing your relationship. Number seven.
Okay.
Number seven.
And it's like, how, think about how do you fix a relationship, like whether it be parent, partner, whoever. You probably put so much effort into, it's like, I could teach you how to fix a relationship with your toxic person. You'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll do this, 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 I'll do this. And it's like, okay, then the toxic person goes away. And it's like, okay, let's put effort into fixing your life, changing your life. It's like, well,
maybe.
Well, I probably don't, maybe later. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. And then that's why we're on the phone a year later.
I
got a message this week from someone a year ago. We talked, and then they're like, well, I'm still in the process of trying to break up with him. And it's like, gosh, I could have given your kids back their mother for a year.
Wow. Ladies, do you realize that? Just by them prolonging their healing, their kids could have had their mom back for a year. 1 year. Do you not like your kids?
it's, do you like money? Do you like, being a focus on your career?
Do you like happiness?
Do you like happiness? Do you like, not crying yourself? You don't have to. It is a choice. You don't have to. Healing does not have to take forever. But the people who have been successful have taken the work they would have used to save the relationship, which in a toxic relationship is, it's not near as much work to save yourself as it was to try to save that, because it was just like pouring into an empty bucket that always had holes, and you were just scrambling. It's much easier to save yourself and to, create that new life for yourself. It's a breeze compared to the toxic relationship. And I think that's why, the success rate of people are like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better immediately. And it's like, yeah, it's a lot easier than trying to, fix him or fix your parent or talk someone out of their selfishness. People put an enormous amount of effort into trying to talk people out of their selfishness. And it's like, they want to be selfish. It's called, and I had private client, we were talking yesterday, and she said, his illness. And I said, no. It's called a antisocial personality disorder. This is his personality. Mm-hmm. This is who he's choosing to be. Now, could he get help and change if he wanted to? But come on, how many of them change? They don't, and they repeat the cycle over and over again. It's up to you to break the cycle of your own life and become your own superhero.
Be your own superhero. Okay. And the next one is trying to forget. Okay, you can't. Look. You just cannot do this to yourself, right? If you try to numb down emotions, if you try to just not talk about it, if you try to just skip over it, the trauma is going to stay there, and it's just going to get repressed. And the more you don't talk about it, the bigger and bigger and bigger it gets, because you're trying to ignore the elephant in the room, right? And this is actually worse than not talking about it. No. This is actually worse than talking about it, right? Sarah had a point earlier on, talking about it. This is actually worse, because when you're talking about it, at least you're acknowledging it. But now, if you're just trying to forget, you're kind of erasing the past few years of your life, the months of your life where you had to go through, right, to learn that lesson. If you want to just erase it, then you have such a victim mindset. I don't even know what to say. I know it hurts to remember, but this thing happened to you for a reason. You got to take responsibility for it, face your troubles, face your fears, and get through it. Brave women, they don't get results because they forget. Yes, go ahead.
Or you will relive it over and over and over and over again.
That's PTSD.
Right? You will relive it, and either you got two choices: stay in your house, buy a cat, shut the door, never come out again.
I love cats.
Or relive it. Like that's why I see over and over. If you just try to forget it and don't actually learn the lessons of it. Mm-hmm. And the lesson is learn how to become toxic person proof and stop putting up with people's crap. That's toxic person proof. It's not like, oh, how can I sacrifice and keep putting myself last and be even more unselfish? That is not the lesson. I'm going to do a whole talk on that. I'm reading another When Things Fall Apart, which is like the Buddhist culture. It's like, oh my gosh, all these like lessons I would have taken and tried to apply to my toxic person, and they would have kept me in a bad situation, right? Oh, I just need to sacrifice myself more. And it's like, no, don't allow other people in your life to be selfish. That's not kind to allow everyone else in your life to be as selfish as they want. It's not kind. It's not the right thing. And point nine. All right. Which is what I'm saying. Again, I see over and over, and it's like there's some type of, like, we almost think there's going to be like a gold star, or someone's going to come in and say, gosh, things have been so bad for you, and it just continues to be, like, so bad for you. You continue to put yourself last. You continue to never take care of yourself. You continue to just think you can bleed out and not have boundaries and be so unselfish that it's going to be your turn. Or, hey, I'll stop that for you. Like, we think you can minimize yourself or make yourself last in such a way that you will earn love or earn good things or earn, your fairy godmother come in. And I get it. Like, this was like me. This was me. I just thought I could bleed out enough for the world and save the world in such a way that somebody would save me. I lived this. It cost me so much.
How much does it cost you?
Last will be first. Yeah. Turn the other cheek, learn the life lesson, which is just taking people's crap.
And
being loving, good, kind, strong, and savvy.
Speaking of which, you know, how much has this cost you? How much has your right your toxic relationship cost you?
Being a good person and not thinking I can be a strong person at the same time, and that brings up tears. How much has that cost me? My reputation at one point. My children every other Christmas morning.
The children, it really costs you with the children, you know. Please like your kids, by the way.
Yeah, the years when my children were babies and I can barely remember anything because I was so depressed. You know, it cost me. I kept trying to convince everyone else, like, to believe me. Like, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. And I kept needing their permission for me to make the decisions of my own life.
Yeah, and Sarah's just the best. I mean, to me, you know, naturally I'm biased, but I have so many coaches. I know so many coaches, and Sarah's just one of the best I know because she's so passionate about the topic, and not just that, she lived through it. She did. She knows every single thing about. I have all the demons in your head. She knows that she has been through it, and it costs. She knows how much this costs you. Is still costing you. I mean, money, reputation, time. You cannot get back time. You cannot take back your children's memories of you crying on the floor, feeling depressed over what he did to your mind and your soul and perhaps even your face, right? You cannot take that out of your children's minds. And subjecting that to more horrifying scenes of you, I mean, that's just, I don't know about you, but you owe, if it's not to, you owe it to yourself. You can't quite do that, then you owe it to your children. You do, right? You do. Okay, fix it, please.
And you owe it to the world.
You owe it to the world. Yeah.
You know, we talk about these alcoholic, and it's like, people need you to be the example. One of the things in my programs, people said, they said, oh my gosh, one of the things I've learned from you is to talk well about yourself. And I asked my husband about that now. I said, you know, women do that whole like, oh, I'm not great, you know, I'm not really good at this, I'm not cute, I'm not this. I said, what do guys think about that? He goes, it's so freaking annoying because they assume you say something and then it becomes their job to fix it. If you want to have people of quality in your life, fix it your dang self. You will not hear me talk about, oh, I'm, you know, are there things I want to change about myself? Yes, and I am changing them. Every day, I'm working to change and become a better version of myself, even when it's hard. But you're not going to hear me, oh, I'm so fat, oh, I'm so this, oh, I'm so that. You're not going to attract quality people in your life. And don't do that to your babies. Like, do not do that to your babies.
Don't, please don't.
And teach them that recycle that people have told you were a piece of, excuse my language, a piece of shit. People have told you you're a piece of shit. And then you in your head think you're a piece of shit. And then it cycles through another generation of people thinking you're shit, or your kids seeing you think you're shit. Your boss not giving you the raise because you don't feel like you can ask for what you're worth. It affects everything. It costs you everything. It costs you everything.
And I think Liza, or is it Lisa? Lisa just said, "Fix your dang self." She just put in the comments. Fix your damn self.
Yes, which Lisa that was. I have like 3 clients now, Lisa's names right now. So I'm like, which Lisa do I know?
Lisa Ritman. Lisa Ritman. Thank you so much, Lisa. Yes, please let me know. By the way, if you are really resonating with this in this early freaking morning, ungodly time of the day, please give us a thumbs up, me and Sarah, because we're getting just really brutally truthful with all of you. Okay. Now the last point is, of course, oh gosh, we switched screens again. It's okay. Don't worry. Nobody panic. Okay, so the last point is hopscotch healing, doing it on your own. All right, so we've been doing this for a while now. You probably realize that we're very much against doing it on your own. You cannot do it on your own. We know because we tried. We tried. Me and Sarah, we both tried. We haven't been able to do it on your own, on our own, right? And it's basically doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that and just kind of putting it together. You know, I'm going to do this meditation. I'm going to do this manifestation. Ooh, I like her. I'm going to attend her class. Don't do it on your own. You cannot, right?
You can if you want to waste your life.
Yeah.
You can if you want to waste time.
Yeah.
You can if you want to allow the toxic people to steal another 10 years from you another 5 years from you.
Yeah.
You can if you want to waste your childhood, your kid's childhood. You can. You can. Like, you have the choice. We're just saying it's probably not a good one. Right?
Right.
This is your life.
This is your life.
This your life.
Don't, excuse my language, beep around. Actually, I didn't. Don't beep around with your life. Fix your damn self.
Yeah. I told Sherlyn she had to keep it clean for my group.
Stop. I'm going to just beep myself. Beep. But sometimes you have to, right? Because you get so mad. Right. So,
oh,
yeah.
And mad to see amazing,
Yeah.
my tagline or whatever for my life goal is helping the world's most amazing women that remember they're amazing. It does make me mad when there's still a toxic voice in your head confusing you.
Yeah.
It does make me mad when I see you waste years of your life. It does make me mad when I see you stuck in your house. It doesn't make me mad, like, for me. Like, even when, I do calls and people decide, well, I don't want to do the program, it's like, okay, and you're going back to the life that you have, and I'm about to cook dinner with my amazing husband who's going to kiss me on the neck and look at my face and say, you're the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen, and give me a little good morning gorgeous, and I'm going to see my kids who we're talking about, and I'm going to start crying.
It's okay. It's okay.
Talking about the neighbor's mom who yells at her children because she's so stressed out and she doesn't know how to manage her life. So my kids go to her house and they see her yell at her kids and they talk about her yelling at her kids. And my kids say, you don't yell at us. And it's not because I take their crap, right? My kids are straight A students. They're everywhere they go, people say things like, you have such exceptional children. But I fixed my shit. I gave them the mother that they deserve, not hiding behind it where I'm always reaching the end of my rope. Right? And that neighbor mom, she's always reaching the end of her rope. And then she yells at her kids. And her kids tell me that she yells at them. And my kids say that she yells at them. And I have friends, and I know they're always yelling at their kids because they're exhausted and they can't manage their life.
Guys, this is legit. Sarah's crying for the kids. It's the kids. Ladies, if you can't quite do it for you, do it for the kids. And I can tell you right now, Sarah doesn't cry a lot.
No, I know.
She shocked me right now. Guys, Sarah cares a lot about you guys. The Wondrous Woman program is affordable for anybody. Anybody. I swear to frickin' Krishna, Jesus, whatever it is, right? It's affordable. If you cannot even do that, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. I do not know what to say. If you can pay for your kids' summer camp, if you can buy nice stuff for your kids, you can do this. Okay, and I'm not just saying this because I'm Sarah's friend. I'm just saying this because she's so passionate. She cares about your children and not passing it on to the children. She cares about you. We care because you are wonderful, gorgeous, gorgeous women who do not deserve to be in this space, in this place. And I just want to show off Sarah a little bit. Like, she was talking about her husband, right? This is Ben over here. This is her and Ben. Okay, and this is a guy that she never complains about Ben. Literally, she doesn't. He's just this sweetheart. They got married last year in Italy. Was it Italy, Sarah? All right. Yes, Italy. Yes. And the beautiful wedding picture. Sarah, you gotta give me your wedding pictures now, someday, so I can put it up. And this is her and Ben, and he's just a sweetheart, and these are her kids. These are her kids and they're sweethearts, and they love her. I mean, how wonderful would it be? We're switching back to me and Sarah. How wonderful would it be if you could have that for your kids? If you could provide your kids with that father figure that you've always wanted to, instead of that deadbeat of a husband, that abuser of a husband who has done nothing good in your life. I mean, the dream.
We were at dinner.
We
were at dinner, and I asked my kids how our lives have changed since Ben has come in it. Once a life coach, always a life coach. I'm always like asking my kids questions like this, and my son saying, I got a new dad. Who gets to see his mother loved well, and it is the most powerful thing in the world for me to be able to look at my kids and say, I hope you have a relationship like mine. I hope your spouse talks to you the way we talk to each other.
I get to see my mother loved well. I get to see my mother loved well. What an amazing gift. I mean, not the summer camp.
Yeah.
Definitely not the summer camp.
It's way better than summer camp. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You can see we've been talking for so long. The sunrise has kind of created.
We're so passionate about this topic, ladies. We're so passionate. Please give us a thumbs up if you're really hearing us. We're just so passionate about it. We give our souls into helping you make a better life for you and your children and your children's children. Children's children.
Yes. One of the things I tell my clients with older children, when they're with the Wondrous Woman programs, there's a lot of recorded material, right? I want it to move as quickly as possible. And so there's like videos you watch on your own, not like the videos in the Finding Love and Success group. It's very like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And so it's like, hey, if you have older children, you should listen to these while they're around. Because we have a daughter, like yesterday, there was a lady who joined the group program, and she has a daughter who's 20. She can't go to her 20-year-old and say, hey, I've been doing this relationship thing really wrong. Like, let me, teach you now. They're not going to listen to that. But if you listen to the recordings and listen to the videos, and the kids say, what is that? What's she talking about? What's she saying, right? It creates these conversations for you to be able to change your kid's future. And there was a private client this week. I was basically teaching her how her 6-year-old, how to make sure he doesn't turn into a narcissist, or any way that she can. She doesn't have complete control, but, with the things that she can do. And I said, I hope I saved you every other Christmas morning. I hope your son doesn't get a divorce. And you can see your grandkids every Christmas rather than every other Christmas. That's what this means. We're building generations, right? Mm-hmm. And you can't do it with hopscotch healing.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. So now that we know what doesn't work, right? Let's talk about what does. Okay, let's finally talk about the Wondrous Woman program. And again, ladies, we really believe in this program. We do. We really do, because we have the results. Again, testimonials up above, testimonials down below. It's not just us saying it. It's all the people who are actually in it already. These are real people. Okay, we're not making them up. I swear. I don't have that much time.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now this program, this Wondrous Woman program, is a program that doesn't allow you to do any of the things that we have just talked about. Okay, and Sarah is there. She's legit there, and I'm there as well. So I'm also a dating coach. So we're getting all kinds of good stuff happening. All right, and it focuses on 3 things. So reconnecting with what is right with you. Right, number 2, becoming toxic person proof. Okay, so you have all that lovely protection, and then number 3, designing a life that you are excited about living, that beautiful life that Sarah has, that husband, the new husband, the love of your life, the actual love of your life, not a narcissist, the kids who love you, right? All right, Sarah, isn't that right? Let's talk about your program.
Yes, that's right. And I joke, I feel like the Wondrous Woman program is one of my children, right? Like, I birthed this baby, right? Through years and years of labor. Like, my kids only took, a little while. They only took 9 months to create. This took much longer. I have a master's degree in research, and I've studied with Tony Robbins' Platinum Mindset coaches. I've studied with Brendon Burchard's High Performance coaches. I've studied with the right people.
We both have.
That's what was right for my own life. Every single exercise in this program is when I was wandering through the desert, because I didn't have me, I didn't have you, right? There wasn't even a thing such as a toxic relationship specialist, right? That wasn't even a thing. And so it's literally the things that worked in my own life that made changes for me.
We tested it.
Really created breakthroughs.
It's been tested. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So I love it. It's my other child. I am as proud of it as my own child. It's like I still kind of pinch myself, I can't believe it works this well. I can't believe it works this well.
That's because Sarah teaches you how to fish so that you can fish for a lifetime. We're not teaching you just giving you the fish. That doesn't work. We don't talk about problems. We teach you how to fish. Okay, we teach you about actionable stuff that you can do right away to make you feel amazing about yourself. Yeah. So Sarah, could you tell me more about the 3 sections of your Wondrous Woman program?
Yes. So reconnecting what's right with you, getting your freaking thinking back, right? Your mind is probably like a ping pong match or a tennis match everywhere. That is the absolute first thing we address. Taking back your thinking. You cannot control your life without being able to control your thoughts. period. But that first piece, reconnect what's right with you, I believe in strength-based healing. Things you're not going to hear about in my program: codependency, trauma bonding, CPTSD, like all these other
complex
words.
PTSD.
Like, yes, I know they exist, but if it's like trauma bonding, like let's heal from trauma bonding, it's like, whoa, that feels so. It feels so much. It feels impossible because it is impossible. Like trauma bonded, you know. So it's just changing the language to address strength-based healing, which is about focusing on what's right with you and tapping. It's like the little devil and the angel on your shoulder. Like the little devil's like trauma bonded. The little angel's like, what's right with you? You know. So we reconnect with what's right with you to carry you on your journey, because your strengths are what's going to carry you through this journey, not your trauma. And obviously, becoming toxic person proof. Let's make sure this never happens again in every area of your life, because once you start digging into it, it's highly unlikely this is just one relationship, whether it be a parent or
it's never just one.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's never just the one. All right. How can people get in touch with you, Sarah? How can people do it?
SarahKRamsey.com/contact. SarahKRamsey.com/contact. And yeah, you just jump on a call. There's different, I work with people in a group coaching and a private coaching sector. So there's, you know, just depending on what you need and what level of support you're looking for. That's how it works. Pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing. This call is not for everybody.
No. If you're just looking to kind of get some more Band-Aids or like, I just want to make sure I'm on the right path. It's like, if you're on the phone, you're not on the right path. Like, that's it. You know, like if you were on the right path, then you would know it in your soul. Right? Like my goal is for you to know in your soul your right path. So you still have to like ask people and all that kind of stuff and do that little do-do, you're not going to be on the right path. So that's definitely not a good fit for you. It's if you're serious about changing your life. And I will be very honest. There are sometimes I'm like, this is not the time for you. Call me back in 6 months. I need you to read this book first. You know,
she's not mean.
My success rates come from getting the right people in at the right time.
Yeah.
If it's not your time, there's no way on the entire planet I'm going to let you in my program. So the reason people say brilliant things about me on the internet is because they are actually successful. There's no way I'm going to let you in if you're not going to be successful, because it reflects on my success. This is my success. Your success is my success.
Yeah.
You know, so don't worry if it's like, well, and, you know, if you're like, well, I really am, you know, I'm not going to talk you into it. I'm not going to talk you into it.
She's too busy helping the people who are ready for this, to be honest.
Absolutely. I don't need to beg you to have a better life.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, I can help you get there. But if you don't want it, save us both the time.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not here to beg you into helping yourself.
At the end of the day, Sarah's life is not going to change just because you don't want this. You know, Sarah's life, she's still going to have a husband. She's still going to have her kids.
I'm having great sex tonight. You know, like I'm still like having great sex. I'm living in my great house. I'm like this. Like, you know, if you say yes or no to me, you go back to your life and I go back to mine. And I'm going back to someone on the couch wrapping their arms around me. Right? Like I'm going back to peace. I'm going back to calm. Not only calm in my external life. You know, she's right. Like, when's the last time I cried? Like, I don't have to cry about my life anymore. You know? And I basically cried about your children. You know? And grateful for my own. Grateful for the life I've been able to create for them. So, yeah. So, you know, if you feel like I'm going to have to talk you into changing your life, no, this is a call for you, because I can't want it more than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I can't want
so if you really want this, you really want to change your life, down here, the link here, you know, Sarah K Ramsey, contact. We're going to put the link up above. Oh, sorry, KRamsey.com. Sorry about that. Right. So
that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to put .com. And we're going to put the link up above so you can definitely see it. I've just changed it, by the way. Yeah. All right. We're looking forward to having you in the program.
Yes. Big love.
Big love.
Life is short. Don't waste it. Life is short. Don't waste it. Life is short. Don't waste it.
All right.
I'm not an advocate of wasting time and wasting your life.
All right, ladies. So nice having you. Thank you so much. Bye.